my people. Let's get us pulled up on my iPad so I can see what's going on, so I can see your comments. Hey, Beth. Hi, Linda. Looks like I have a pink snake over there. It's my cord. I have my phone plugged in. So how is everybody doing on this beautiful, beautiful hot? Whew. Is it summer yet? Because in Georgia, it sure feels like it. There is a whole lot of heat. I think it was 92 today in Georgia. Or here where we are anyway. Central Georgia. Getting pretty warm. Pretty warm. Hi, Joy. So let's see. This is the card that we're going to make with a few variations. Okay? And I'm going to show you the beginner crafter version, and then this kind of version. Is it this one? Anyway, I'm going to show you three. In the preview or in the sneak peek, I said two, but then I thought about it for a minute. We're going to do three different versions. Having those different options is a way that you could teach a class, right? So you could teach somebody, you could teach a beginner's class. This was one of the cards that I actually had in my beginner's card class. And so it's pretty simple. I had this die already cut out for them. So they stamped and they stamped and they stamped. So that's a beginner card, right? It's paper, ink, and stamps. That's all. So, I like cards like that. It's kind of my go-to card. And then we can step it up from there. Summer starts June. It's not even summer yet. Oh, goodness, Denise. Thanks. Thanks for that. So my mom sent me a picture of my granddaughter eating watermelon. She said, it's a summertime snack, and it's not even summertime. So, but it is the best snack. I love watermelon. So let's get started. And then from here, we'll step it up a little bit. Okay. So let's just do this one simple, quick, easy. We're going to use the color and contour stamp set and the dies that go with it. And the dies are called the scalloped contour dies. Okay. So, let's get started. Here's my host code. Now, remember last week? I don't know if you remember last week. I don't know if you watched me. But last week I told you that I am super even closer now. Super close to hitting $100,000 in sales. So here's my host code. And I said, if you buy from me any order of $50 or more, I will put you in a drawing for a set of many marvelous markers. Okay? Many marvelous markers. That's $123 value. So if you purchase from me any order of $50 or more, you get a prize from me, but then you get put in a drawing. Okay? So we're going to use Highland Heather ink, and we are going to, this is just the inside of the flower. Okay? That's all this is. It's pretty easy to line up. It doesn't line up completely because it's a watercolory look. Okay? So don't stress out. And stamp it. Okay? So that's, it's Highland Heather. It looks real dark. Maybe it'll lighten up. And then we're going to stamp a sentiment. And right now, we're going to use the You're Absolutely Amazing sentiment. You're absolutely amazing. All from the same stamp set. Okay? So, this die here is from the scalloped contours dies. They're all in here. They're all inside my stamp case. So that's the scalloped dies. There are even one where you could cut the whole thing off. So we are going to add this to a piece of hand-penned DSP. And we're going to use dimensionals, if I can find some. Did y'all see my post today on, goodness gracious, sakes alive. Are you telling me I don't have dimensionals? I mean, I have packages of dimensionals, but apparently, I don't know. So, I don't know if you've seen things on other things, just scrolling through Facebook, tell me a sad story in 4 words or more. So, you guys were telling me your sad stamp stories in 4 words or less. 4 words or less, that's it. I lost my die. It's on back order. That was funny. What were some of the others? My ink is dry. No money for stamps. You guys are pretty clever. Your stories, your little tiny short stories. I'm telling you what, I'd be crying if some of those happened to me. Okay, so we have a basic white card base and we're just going to add that to it. See, it's simple. Super, super simple. And then we're going to step it up. The other side of this is really pretty too. The hand-penned paper. So pretty. So, so pretty. Okay, so there's card number 1. I'll add all the rhinestones when we're done. Okay, here's the second card. We're going to die cut this out. Okay, we're going to step it up just a little bit. Not a lot. Just a little. For your intermediate crafter. For your, I have some stuff, but I don't have all the stuff. Crafters. So we're going to stamp that on there. We're going to stamp the color. Well, hello from Sydney, Australia. How are you guys? Are you smack dab in the middle of winter? Because we are smack dab almost to summer. I bet it's cold there, and it's not cold here. I'm going to close this. Oh, here's one thing I forgot. I'm going to color these little leaves. And I'm just using a blend. Just kind of slapping some color on the leaf. And this is the soft succulent light. There you go. Looks a little bit better. Okay, so let's do that here. And then we'll cut this out. And we'll show you a tiny little stepped up version of this card. Let's get our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine out. Set it here. Usually I do, from the magic of television, it's already cut out, but this time we're actually going to cut it. Line it up. Cut it out. We'll have to do this again in a second. $102 in New Mexico today. And it's very, very cold. Oh, it snowed in Australia. Are there mountains near where you are, Athena? I gotta be honest. I know nothing about Australia. I wish I did. I want to go so, so bad. It's on the bucket list. It's pretty close to the top of the bucket list. We're going someday. It's a big country, though. There's lots to see, isn't there, Athena? Okay, so this guy's going to go right about here. I'm going to put splatter. I like texture. Ooh, the mountains are about 30 minutes. Nice. So I like to be able to see snow, but I do not want to be in it. So to see snow from the mountains, that would be okay, you know, if I'm not in it. But I don't want to be in it. Okay, so I'm going to get the, why is everything all crooked? I don't know. Okay, so we're going to get a tiny little piece and put it down here. Another little piece and put it on the leaf right there. If I can maneuver that. I think I can. I think I can. It's a tiny little piece. They didn't make that stem very fat. Okay. Now I'll put a little piece right here. So there's the little flower. 100 degrees in some Wisconsin? Yeah, that's too hot for Wisconsin. Sorry. I used to live in North Dakota. That was not a choice. The Air Force thought I needed to live in North Dakota. And so, I lived in North Dakota, and I'm telling you what, when it would get to be, you know, 85, 90 degrees, people actually start dying. There's not a lot of refrigerated air in North Dakota, so, you know. Of course, they're perfectly okay when it's minus 37 degrees outside, but it gets to be 85 and bad things happen. Okay, so now we're going to pop this up. Again, we're going to pop this up. So did you see, hang on just a minute. I'll show you the differences in my two cards so far. And then we'll make a third one. Don't let me put this on the wrong side of this DSP, because although it would be pretty, it's not gonna prove my point. Because that would be pretty, but it's not gonna prove my point. Because we want them all to look relatively the same, just stepped up a little bit. Okay, so here's our card base. And we're going to add this to it. Now, the only thing we did was pop up our flower and put a little bit of color behind it. That's all. Nothing super fancy. But you might feel like it's a little bit better. You might feel a little bit better about it. Although there's nothing wrong with a simple card. Nothing at all. So there's two. And then we're going to step it up a tiny bit more and do number 3. I think I can get that. Probably not. Need another piece of scrap. Get another scrap. Uh-oh. I may not have a scrap. I mean, I have more paper, so. Okay, so let's do the third one. And I'll show you how to step it up even more. Okay? Now, that doesn't go in there. That goes in black. One moment, please, while I clean my stamp. And then we're going to get the black out, because that's what we need to stamp in. See, you don't have to be perfect. You don't even have to be perfect on a video. You guys are just laughing at me. Okay, so there's that, the black, and then there's the purple for the inside of my flowers. And then there's the green, soft succulent as it were, on the leaves. So we're going to cut this one out. Again, this Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. We will die cut this pretty little flower out. And then we will finish up our third card. It also doesn't need to take an hour to make a card. as you can see, we'll get 3 of them done here in no time. Okay, let's get this part out of the way. Okay, so I have another one of these. We're going to stamp some splatter. Stamp some splatter. All right. So I'm going to remind you guys again that there's the host code. And if you order from me before I hit $100,000, which is in about $1,000, you'll get put, if you order $50, you'll get put in a drawing to win the many marvelous markers. And I do, since Athena's watching, I don't know if anybody else is watching from overseas, I do have to say, I cannot send it overseas. So, I'm so sorry. I apologize for that. Not my rule. That's a Stampin' Up! Rule. So, I apologize in advance. So, let's get this tiny little piece on the stem. And then another tiny little piece on this leaf over here. Look, I'm about to rip the leaf right off. Then I'd cry. Have to start all over again. Okay. There's my flower. Let's get a sentiment. Now another thing that you could do is pop the sentiment up. Let's do that. Watch this. Watch this. Let's do it. I do love this bundle, and I find that I have been using it more than I thought that I ever would. I mean, really. I never thought that I would use this that much. But it turns out I really like it. So we're just kind of doing this fast. Nothing super fancy. Just going around the words. Now, well, I'm going to go around the amazing. I might have to stamp the other one again. Maybe not. Let's see how close I can get. Oh, it'll be fine. So I'm just going to cut these off in a rectangle. Sometimes I like to play with the sentiments. Just to give it another little, you know, another little something to look at. I need this piece. This is the foam sheet that I'm cutting, because that way it's all one long piece. All one long piece. That might be too long. A little bit. We trim it. So I'm designing a Christmas in July class that I'm going to do online, or yeah, it's going to be online with Wendy Cranford. If you know her, you love her. I love her to pieces. So we're going to do an online class together, so watch for that. I'll start advertising it here in a few days. Anybody can join. Let's see if I got that. You're absolutely amazing. Those scissors are in my way. Oh, you have to play with it. You have to play with it. It's so fun. Okay, so look what we're going to do. I cut out the DSP with the pretty dies. Also, I think I'm going to pop it up. Also, this one. we're going to have more texture, more interest, since it'll all be popped up. I'm going to put some gems on here in a minute. My new favorites from the new catalog. The in-colored gems, or in-color, what are they called? In-colored jewels. Jewels. Okay, so let's get this on here, and then we'll show you. We'll look at all three of them together. And show you all the differences. I'm going to make sure I get this kind of in the middle. Kind of straight. Looky there. So here's our three different cards. Let's put jewels on them. Now these jewels are not quite the right color. They're fresh freesia, but if you don't tell, I won't tell. Everybody gets gems because everybody loves a card with bling. Well, you know, except boys, and this is definitely not a boy card. Hang on. One more. I used all the purple ones off of that sheet. All right, so there you go. There is our three different versions. We have the beginner card that you could do at a class lickety-split, because this is already going to be cut out for them, okay? And then you have the kind of intermediate card, and which still anybody can do because it's still not hard. It's not rocket science. It's just one die cut extra. And then this one, we just stepped it up just a little bit. We cut out that the DSP with the die, and then fussy cut our little sentiment out. And, you know, really, let's be honest, they're all super cute. And none of that took very long at all. What time is it? I made 3 cards in 22 minutes. That's not hard. Anybody can do this. Anybody can do this. And anybody can teach anybody how to do this. So if you think, I can't, yes, you can. Okay? Well, if you case my cards, I would love to see it, Kathy. So, yeah, there you go. There's my 3 cards for today. I had a ball hanging out with you today. I'm sorry you guys are so hot in Texas and New Mexico, and I'm sorry you're so cold in Australia. We're at 92 degrees, but we also have 1,000% humidity. So there you go. Welcome to Georgia. But I will catch you guys next Thursday, and we can hang out for a little bit then. Okay? Thanks. See you guys later.